Now, it's been a little over a year since the President Muhamadu Buhari-led administration assumed office. His message of reform and economic diversification swayed most Nigerians in his favor. His government did inherit a struggling economy severely battered by falling crude oil prices and corruption, but with a promise to resolve this. More than a year later, Nigerians are skeptical about the achievements so far, especially looking at the state of the economy. Now, earlier on Thursday, some of his ministers defended the record so far at a town hall meeting.
And one of the achievements, which very soon we will be flagging off, launching, I don't know what you may call it, is if you look at this document, we promised that we would finish the Abuja to Kaduna train railway line this year and start operating it. I can tell you that within the next 1 month at the very most, because it is ready, we're just looking for suitable time to have the president come and launch it or flag it off.
Now, joining me in the studio with some insight into the current state of Nigeria is Kelechi Emekalam in Abuja. Kelechi, as always, welcome to the show. Now, of course, the country's economy contracted by about 0.4% this quarter. The central bank recently said a recession is imminent. Now, after today, does the government seem clearer about the path forward?
Well, thank you so much, Uche. It's still quite unclear how the government plans to wriggle out of this one. Now, talks of a recession didn't just start today. It's been looming for the past 1 year or thereabouts. You'll recall that last year, Nigeria had recorded negative growth in successions. Unfortunately, some of the factors responsible for this are beyond the government's control. For example, we have the global oil prices, which had spiraled downwards for a while and only started picking up just a bit recently. And you know that crude oil accounts for 90% of the country's revenue and about 70% of its exports. So that's one big challenge for the government. Also, the militancy hasn't helped at all. The country's production level has gone down by more than half. It used to be at about 2.2 million barrels per day. Now it's maybe a little above 1 million. So these are the challenges, and it will take so much for the government to put the country back on track. Uche.
Now, Kelechi, the government actually kicked off an investment roadshow in London this week. However, investors are still sort of anxious about what happens next in the fractured foreign exchange market following that recent MPC meeting. Any new insights into this?
Well, Uche, I would tell you that there's so much ambiguity at the moment on the placement of the naira to the dollar, and because so much is now dependent on the black market and the rates keep fluctuating terribly so. Yesterday it was at 370 to a dollar. Today it's 360. The day before it was 350. So that's quite an unstable system for investors who want to be certain about a stable forex market. Also, investors are looking for a favorable environment where their businesses can thrive, and infrastructure is also key. So these are some of the challenges the government would have to be facing.
Well, thank you so much, Kelechi, for those insights. Of course, Kelechi Emekalam joining us in Abuja.